What's up, everyone, and welcome to Coffee with OLA. Today I'm very happy to have Nita Strauss, one of the most well-known modern guitar players today, I think. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Cheers.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you for the coffee.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so happy to have you here because I was a little scared that you wouldn't be able to make it. But then I got an email yesterday and I was super happy to just hear that you had a chance to go here and into my man cave. Because you only went here to Sweden to go here.
Exactly. We made a trip just for this, just to have some
Not
really
touring
good
with
coffee.
Alice Cooper or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
No clinics, no shows. Just a good cup of coffee and a good conversation.
It's nice to hear that I'm becoming an important person in the world.
Actually, what's funny is when I announced, when I put these shows with Alice Cooper on my social media, so many people asked, "Are you going to do Coffee with Ola while we're in Stockholm?" So you guys wanted it. Here it is.
Thank you so much.
This is for
my small little minions out there.
Out there, just typing away.
Yes. We actually have sort of met before, but not in person.
Right.
You made a challenge for me.
Yes, I threw down the gauntlet.
Yes,
you picked it
and
up.
I think I nailed it like a 10 out of 10.
Hello, Mr. Englund. We haven't met, but my name is Nita Strauss, and today I'm here with your Toman challenge.
I think it was 100% correct.
It was
10 out of 10.
Nailed it, absolutely.
Yes, nailed it.
Totally.
Zero mistakes, zero deaths.
So I picked up the gauntlet of Gus G. Gus G threw down a challenge for me.
Yes.
And I accepted that, and then I challenged you with one of my go-to licks.
Yes.
And then you challenged who?
Martin Miller, and he just aced it, and I think they just quit because he probably just made a camera explode with his challenge.
He's going to play something that no one else can play.
Exactly.
We're all just going to
So
start
everyone
burning our
just gave
guitars.
up. It's incredible. You're the guitar player for Alice Cooper.
Yes.
That's insane.
I feel the same way. Yeah, I still can't believe it. Even it's been 5.5 years now. I've been in the band, and I still feel it's so surreal all the time that I get to stand on stage with him and the other talented guys in the band and do what we do.
Like he's probably like one of the biggest rock icons, I would say.
Absolutely.
Today, and it's amazing that he's still going. So it's just. For me, it's bigger than life that you're here, actually, because you're probably.
It's almost like Alice Cooper being here.
For me, it's probably better. I mean, it's better that you're here than Alice Cooper.
Thank you.
I would rather have you here. But
we can talk about more guitar stuff than we could with
exactly,
Alice, for sure.
And he probably wouldn't care about me and
well,
stuff like that.
He loves everybody. That's the cool thing about Alice. And one thing I really learned about being in his band is just he appreciates every single person that wants to talk to him.
That's cool.
Whether it's somebody outside the hotel or somebody at the airport or somebody, coming up, approaching him while we're eating dinner or anything, like he takes time and appreciates every single person.
That's so cool to hear.
And, he told me once, it's when they don't want to talk to you that you have a problem.
Yes, exactly.
If no one wants to ask how, how your day was or ask for an autograph, ask for a photo, then you're having trouble as an artist.
Yes, exactly. So how many gigs have you done now? I mean, you joined in 2014?
14, yeah. We do about 200 shows a year. We have a really intense touring schedule. 200, probably 1,000 shows by now in 5.5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably 1,000 shows.
You heard it here first. No.
1,000 shows. I don't know. I don't know how many it really is. I'd be interested to know. But between touring with Alice, between doing guitar clinics, I've got a clinic tonight here in Stockholm.
Right.
And touring on my solo record, with my album Controlled Chaos, and touring with my solo band, I do definitely like 250 shows a year for sure.
You talked about Controlled Chaos.
Yes.
That is your solo album.
That's right.
I listened to it, and it's really good.
Thank
It's something I hear when I listen to it is that it reminds me of listening to a video game soundtrack.
I love that. That's cool.
It felt like I was playing Contra, an old game, and I hear the music. It's like really invigorating. It's really, for me personally, that's perfect. I'm such a video game nerd anyway, so
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it sounded really good, and I heard Josh was playing drums as well.
That's my man.
Josh.
Yeah.
There he is. Great.
He's alive.
That's awesome. So you've been touring with that setup as well.
Yes. I've been touring with Josh playing drums and my best friend Kat Scarlett, who played the keys on the album, playing keys. And I've got a great band, Johnny and Dean, playing bass and guitar, and just going out there and tearing it up. Yeah,
Awesome.
we've opened for John 5, we've opened for Fozzy. You know, we did a bunch of headlining shows, and yeah, we opened for Paul Gilbert a couple shows on the last tour. Really, it's really cool to be out there playing my own stuff, because I kind of have spent so many years as someone else's guitar player, playing, you know, realizing someone else's vision and making someone else's vision come to life, that to get to be out there playing my songs and saying, this is how I want my vision to be, this is the songs that have a lot of emotion for me personally, it's really exciting.
Awesome. And all of this came from, you started everything on a Kickstarter, I think. Okay, technical difficulties.
Oh, yes. I did. I started, so actually, rewind even a little before the Kickstarter, I met my hero, Steve Vai, for the first time just a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I grew up right up the street from him. You know, Steve Vai's house is not even 15 minutes from where I grew up. But I just never crossed paths, even as an Ibanez artist for a long time. Like, we just were never in the same room.
Right.
And so finally I met him on the first Generation X tour. And after that show, he said to me, so I'm putting together a compilation album of female lead guitar players, like female shredders.
Right.
Do you want to have a song on the album? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, yes. I think I said yes like 30 times. Yes, absolutely. Josh always makes fun of me because he says I said, yes, sir. Like, yes, sir.
Well, he has that kind of aura.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
He
have
just
to
has
say
that, like,
yes, sir.
absolutely, sir. I'd be so honored, for sure, definitely, absolutely. I would love that. Just tell me when. And he said, great, just send me over a song. You send me over a couple songs, and we'll see about getting you on the album for my label, Favored Nations. And I said, thank you so much. That sounds wonderful. I appreciate the opportunity. I'll send you something right away. And then we left, and Josh asked me, so what are you going to send him? I said, I have no idea. I had no music. I had no solo music at the time. But if Steve Vai says, send me a song, you send him a song. You know. So I sat down. I got out my my Apollo and set up my little Universal Audio Apollo on my kitchen table and recorded what became Pandemonium, my first single. So we released Pandemonium on the She Rocks compilation through Steve Vai's label. And after that, that was what sort of set the ball rolling. I was like, okay, I can do this. Once I did one, and it really came out the way I wanted it to, and I was really happy with how it came out, and really happy with how the fans liked it. Everyone seemed like really positive reception. I was like, okay, I can actually do this. I don't need to lean on the band and a singer and all that stuff. And that was what led to the Kickstarter and the full records.
I think that it's definitely the way to do it today. Like if you want to, make yourself a name and a living out of doing music, this is a really good way to just get out there and get your name out there. And so Pandemonium, that was number one, and there's the number 2 on the album, or
there have been a few singles since then.
Okay.
So the Pandemonium was first,
Okay.
and we actually ended up remixing and remastering it to be on the album because, the demo and the original recording sounded so different than the final polished, the rest of the album.
Yes.
So you'll see on the album it actually says Pandemonium 2.0.
That's what I figured. Okay.
Yeah, so the 2.0 basically just means we
Remixed.
didn't re-record anything. Everything's the same exact recording, but it's just remixed and reamped to match the rest of the guitars and stuff. Because I record everything direct through the Apollo. I recorded. There you go. Oh, that's the Arrow.
Have the Arrow. Yeah,
I just got it.
This is my traveling little rig.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
so I love the Arrow. I just got mine. I actually just have been recording with it on this tour for the first time on this European tour. I love it because you don't have to plug it in.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem with the Apollo Twin, which was what I was using before, is constantly having to change adapters.
Yes.
Because we're going from the States to Europe
Exactly.
to different countries. And I immediately lost my American charger because I started using it on a European clinic tour.
Yeah.
So all I have is a European charger. So now every time I use it at home, I have to use the USA adapter, and it's a gigantic pain. So I love the Arrow because you don't need the adapter for it.
Yeah, awesome. So do you ride on the road as well, like with that?
I actually only really ride on the road because
Since you're doing so many gigs.
Yeah, I'm on the road 10 months out of the year. So if I didn't ride on tour, I would never ride.
But that must be a really good pastime to just sit and write music all the time, because I mean you're probably spend a lot of time in your hotel room.
Yes, exactly.
And you just do the setup and write songs, I guess.
It's so easy. It's a little harder when we're out here on tour in Europe because I want to get stuff done, but then you're in a beautiful city. Like today, it's a gorgeous day here in Stockholm.
Yeah.
And I could have spent the morning writing, but Josh and I spent the morning exploring Old Town Stockholm instead, and I didn't get anything at all done. So that's life. It's you get a little bit less done on some days, and you get more done on other days. We're coming into winter, so I'll get a lot done. I'm not going to want to walk around.
In the winter, Sweden now.
That's right. Exactly.
So are we seeing another album?
Definitely. Yeah.
Are you working on it right now?
I'm working on it now. Yeah. The songs, it's really easy for me to write on the road now. I'm just sort of used to it.
Okay.
I actually find I'm more productive if I'm just stuck in a hotel room alone than if I'm at home. Because if I'm at home in my house, there's just always distractions. I don't have to tell you I'm here in your house where you clearly work with your amazing recording setup. But there's my dogs are there and Josh is there and the fridge is right next to me and there's I haven't been home in a long time. My parents want to see me or I want to see friends or there's a gig going on and there's always distractions. So if I'm in my hotel room just sort of saying, okay, there's nothing for me to do today except work, it's way easier for me to get stuff done.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds like in a songwriting aspect, it sounds like a dream. But I guess being out so much, it's so many days per year. Like, what do you have any other hobbies like outside? Like when you're not playing guitar, when you're not writing music, or when you're at home and just what do you do? Like pastime? What do you do?
The only thing, I don't even know if you would call it a hobby, but I've been ever since I've really made this sort of shift to a healthy lifestyle. I've been sober since 2015.
Good for you.
Thank you. And I got really into health and fitness, so I'm in the gym every single day. I try to spend at least an hour every day, either stretching, doing yoga, doing bodybuilding, weight training, hiking, something like that, something to get your body active. And actually, just this last year, I launched something called Body Shred, which is a fitness challenge aimed at the music community. Because there's so many musicians and music fans and stuff that are like, man, like either they're getting older or they're still young, but they don't really want to fall into that lifestyle of like eating unhealthy food and drinking booze all the time. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Live how you want to live, but you can also be in our business and keep a healthy lifestyle and take care of the machine that is your body that keeps you going. Fuel it properly, give it good food and good nutrients. And so Body Shred, we gave away one of my signature guitars to the winner, my signature Ibanez. Marshall amp, we did different prizes with different sponsors.
As a winner, or was it a giveaway? Or?
It was so we had 3 winners. We had like a first place, second place, third place. And it wasn't just by who lost the most total amount of weight, because it's really more about who made the biggest change in their life. So, a lot of you guys out there watching this will know this, but fitness is not just about like losing pounds, losing kgs, you have to get your mind in the right place and be disciplined, and just like practicing guitar
find new
or
routines
anything else. Exactly. So it was just about the people that made the biggest change obviously in their body, but also in their mental state. And you can see the before and after pictures, like the difference in confidence. And if someone's like, man, I took this 3 months of the challenge and I stuck to a routine and I ate healthy and I cut sugar out of my diet, or whatever their goal was, and the feeling of accomplishment that comes with it is way better than a free guitar, which is also really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
But so we're going to do Body Shred 2, launching January 1st, which I'm really excited about.
Is there a website?
Yeah, it's nitastrauss.com/bodyshed. Super easy. And then we're going to do, we're partnering with some different companies. Trifecta Nutrition is giving away free food to the winners. And there's, different diet templates and all kinds of cool stuff we're doing.
And you really like improving these people's lives.
Absolutely.
How does that feel?
It's
I can't say I've ever improved on someone's lifestyle.
I think you can. Look at your channel, how you're educating people about this type of music.
I make people buy stuff and
make
lose
people
money.
buy cool gear.
But
I
you
think
make them
that
go out
improves
and
their life.
become better people. I just make them sit on their chair
and get better at their craft, playing music. I can justify any kind of music purchase, though.
Oh, you can? Are you a gear nerd? Or?
Oh, yeah, big time.
So tell me, you didn't bring your Ibanez guitar, but you have an Ibanez signature guitar.
Yeah, that's right. I have an Ibanez signature.
Really, really beautiful.
Thank you.
And with that, also DiMarzio pickups that are your signature.
My signature DiMarzio pickups, yeah.
How did that come about?
Well, I've been with Ibanez and DiMarzio both, about 10 or 11 years, since 2008. So yeah, about 11 years now. And I've been with both companies a long time. I just, after trying out everything that I could find on the market, that was what fit my playing style the best.
Yeah.
And when Ibanez started the signature conversation with me, I really wanted to make a set of pickups that had my unique voice to them. that would go with the unique voice of this guitar. So I think that's what really sets my guitar, the Jiva, apart from all the other, Mahogany S series in the range.
Right.
And you can buy the pickups standalone if you want. If you're like, I dig that sound, but I'm not really an Ibanez player, you can still get the pickups directly from DiMarzio as well.
So I listened to a live clip. There was a camera, or iPhone probably,
right.
straight in front of you.
Of course, best angle.
Like here.
Yeah.
And you're standing there shredding, and obviously you're shredding and headbanging at the same time. It's like, how can you do that? But also, I remember hearing the guitar tone so well from this stupid camera.
Right.
Not like, what gear were you using? This was for the solo album.
What video? Where was it from?
I don't know, but it was like straight from.
Was it Alice? Was it my solo?
No,
tour?
it was solo.
Okay,
part.
So the solo tour, you'll love this as a gearhead. We use only what we can carry on the plane.
Oh, okay.
So there's no cabs, no heads, no nothing. Everyone's direct. So for myself, I'm using a Boss GT1000 direct into the PA. And I love the GT1000. I've been using the GT since the GT10. So the GT10, GT100, and then now the GT1000, which I'm obsessed with. And it's so versatile. It's got everything you could possibly need, from the expression pedals to the different delays and reverbs and slicers and harmonizers and everything that you could possibly need. So that's my go-to piece of gear. And it fits in a small carry-on bag.
Yeah.
It's so easy. And then the other guys in my band are both using XFX.
Right.
Yeah, so it's so easy.
So I'm going to tell you about a little trick. This that I showed you,
Yeah.
this is also my clinic setup.
Nice.
So
I did that with the Apollo for a while.
Okay. With plugins and...
Exactly.
All right. So did it work for you?
Tune track. Oh, I loved it, yeah. Oh. The problem that I ended up having with it was not getting the separation, when you're working in a clinic space with maybe a store that doesn't have a good PA.
Yeah.
That's where I ended up having the problem. I ended up having to do, go separate ways, getting the signal from my computer and then doing a separate thing. But if I had my way, that's the way I would do it all the time. Yeah.
And then you can do all the, patch shifting.
What do you use for your plugin?
I'm using a Neural DSP plugin now. It's called Plini.
Okay.
And yes, and basically what I do is I automate all the changes in the Logic.
Right.
So I don't have to even have a pedal board. It just switches the sound for you.
So easy.
Yeah.
My clinic is even easier because I just use the lead sound the whole time.
Perfect.
But I was using the actually the tune track sounds, the Easy Mix.
Yes.
Sounds.
I did that as well.
They sound so good.
Yeah.
The Andy Sneap plugins and the Metal Guitar Gods or whatever that one's called. So good.
So what are you using for Alice Cooper then?
With Alice, I use my Marshalls still. I'm using a JBM 410H, the Satriani head.
Oh, cool.
And it's just so powerful sounding, and it's got so many different sounds you can get out of it, which I love. And it's more high gain than the JCM 800s and 900s that Ryan and Tommy use. So I really dig it. I really like it.
Any other pedals or?
It's all rack mounted. I get everything from the rack. I'm so used to having a MIDI controller in the front that I now would not know what to do with a real pedal board. Yeah. I'm just look, my 1 is my clean, my 2 is my rhythm, my 3 is my rhythm with delay, my 4 is my lead, and my 5 is my wah. And if I don't have that, I'm I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, it's all coming from the back, and my tech Brian does a lot of the patch changes for me. We can't automate anything with the Alice because there's no click. No. Everything is very old school. There's no tracks. There's no vocal on tape or anything. And we kind of do that because we have to follow what he does. We have to follow the boss. Yeah. So he'll come in sometimes and he'll be vibing with somebody and he'll miss the beginning of a verse, and then the band will all look at each other and go, okay, we're coming in. We're gonna go one time more around. And we have to be able to do that on a gig like that. Just have to sort of stay on your toes and enjoy it.
Do you start Poison?
I do, yeah. I start the riff with that, and it's crazy.
That must be so cool.
It is, and I'll tell you why. I remember, when I was a young guitar player, I would play in any band that would have me. I would play, cover bands, rock bands, pop singers, hip hop artists, anybody that needed a guitar player just to get experience. And I played in sort of like an 80s cover band, playing Bon Jovi and Aerosmith, that kind of stuff. And we used to cover Poison in this set. And I remember the first time I stood on stage with Alice and I played Poison and the sample kicked in and I was like, oh my God, I actually started crying.
Oh.
Like, not like really crying, but like I had, real tears in my eyes, and I even have chills right now thinking about this moment because I was like, it happened.
Yeah.
Like all this work and all this, the years of touring with small bands and, wondering where I was going to get money to pay rent and, saving up and just hoping that all of this would pay off. Like it all was worth it in the end.
Wow. That's an incredible
Playing the
story.
same song, that I used to play in front of 20 people now to 20,000, 100,000 people at Bakken and Download Fest and all that stuff. So it's been a dream come true. It really has.
Amazing. I have a couple of questions from I have YouTube members.
Oh yeah,
you saw
I saw the
picture.
plaque.
Yes.
This is the first thing I saw.
It's a plaque from our beautiful members. Thank you so much.
What does that mean, by the way? Congratulations on 100 FAQs.
The FAQs, I have frequently asked question videos.
Oh, okay,
that
gotcha.
I've done more than 100, which is basically once every week, so more than 2 years.
That's amazing.
So they made me that one, and they gave me a sword. So
the sword. Where's the sword at?
No,
That's amazing.
So they gave me a sword.
Can I take it out?
It's because I told you I broke my thumb.
Yes.
I broke my thumb trying to kill a wasp. So that's what they mean with it's dangerous to slay wasps alone.
I thought it was like a video game thing or something. It's dangerous to
It
slay
is.
wasps
It is
alone.
the Zelda thing, but there was a real wasp. That's how I
There
broke
was
my
an
thumb.
actual wasp.
So they bought me a sword.
So now you have a sword.
So I can protect myself.
What's that saying? Like, don't use a atom bomb to kill a wasp or something. Now you have a sword.
I probably need an atom bomb to kill a
you go.
wasp because
You gotta take care of those hands, man.
Yes, exactly. I have a question from Tony Rodriguez.
Okay.
How does Nita mentally prepare herself for a gig or performance? Like, what is your 1 hour before a gig?
So for me, really, mentally, it's more about sort of chilling out than anything.
Yeah.
If I sort of stress myself out thinking about, if we've added a new song, if I go, I have to practice it a bunch of times, that's when I start playing badly, if I'm thinking too much. So for me, it's just, the pre-show is just about relaxing. Usually drink some coffee, since I don't drink alcohol anymore. Like I'll drink some coffee, I stretch carefully, and I don't just stretch my hands, I don't want your sword to fall.
No, that's okay, I'll put it somewhere safe.
I see a lot of guitar players are like, oh yeah, I stretched.
Yes.
And that's enough. Like for me, I have to just not only stretch my hands, but I stretch my whole body, almost as if I'm gonna do a workout, because I'm so physical on stage, jumping off things and running around. So I stretch my hamstrings and my legs and my shoulders and back and your neck.
Do you have a good neck exercise for me?
I have a great sort of like upper body, neck, and wrists and stuff. You want to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Show me.
So we'll do it all together. Hey, guitar players, do this one at home with us too. So you take your fret hand, you put your fret hand straight out in front. And mentally, you want to be, everyone that's seen my clinics before is like, yeah, I'm going to speed through this, so let's talk about this. But mentally, you want to think about pushing your shoulder forward and pulling your fingers toward your face.
Right.
And you rotate your hand.
That's a good stretch.
Like that. It gets better.
I do. Oh, okay.
Okay, so then you take the same hand, front hand, put it out to the side. Same thing, mentally pushing your shoulder back and pulling your fingers towards your face. And then you rotate it clockwise and counterclockwise. And then same thing, take your hand, pull your hand away.
That's where it hurts.
That's nice, right? And rotate
Let's stop
your
there.
wrist. I feel like this is going to be your thumbnail right here. And then the end of it is keep your hand flat and look away like that. And look as far to the side as you can.
There it is.
That's
Rotate something in the
your
back
wrist back and forth.
Oh,
And then what I always tell people in my clinics, if you guys are following along at home, is take your hands, put them in front of you, shake them like that. You feel a huge difference in one hand to the other, and that's how you know that you've stretched. And
I have a good one that I learned. I'm not sure if it's good because I have no idea what I'm doing in my life. But it's basically like this. You hold a thumb in one direction, like straight out, and then the other thumb down on the other side. And then you look at the thumb that's up, and then you slowly, as you're going to do a twisting motion and while you do it, you look at the other thumb.
Okay.
And then back.
I like that. You get the
When
top of
I
your
do
shoulders.
that, stuff makes noises in my neck.
Yeah, I felt it.
Something is crushing.
That gets like this top of your shoulders.
Shit, I actually feel warmed up now.
I know. Let's do some shredding, huh?
Yeah, but you didn't bring a guitar.
No,
you won't play my guitar.
And also, I find that stretch is really good if you're going to spend a lot of time on the computer. Like if you've got a lot of time, like answering emails or whatever, as we all do, is you spend more time in the business of guitar playing than actually playing guitar.
Oh yeah.
If you guys are using, the computer a lot, if you're always texting, like me, on your Instagram, doing that's a really good stretch to do as well.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
So that's my big, Sonia, that's my big pre-show. It's so exciting. And if you feel lopsided, you can do the other side.
I don't think I have it in me. It's kind of, you have to show me again afterwards, I think. Okay, so from Narfire, what are your top 3 guitar players?
Steve Vai, Jason Becker. How do you pick 3? There's so many.
I know. It's the worst question.
Steve Vai, Jason Becker, Satriani.
Okay, gotcha. If you would pick 4.
Sean Lane.
5.
Greg Howe.
6.
Paul Gilbert, John Petrucci. How far down?
How far do you need to go to mention my name? 67?
7. Or 8. I said Petrucci has 7, so 8.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't like questions like that. It's always like that. Like, name your top 3 bands.
Well, it's like, how do you choose 3?
No.
How do you choose 3? And now, if I'm thinking about it, I would probably put Marty Friedman over Greg Howe, but like, how far over? I don't know. And for me, it's kind of like Vi and then like everybody, because Vi is the reason I started playing, and
he's on a god status, sort of. Like his whole approach. I met him once, and I shared a cab with him actually for 2 hours, and changed my life.
Right.
Like it opens up everything.
Absolutely.
And I mean, so just taking away the guitar playing, that's where he's still a god.
Absolutely, and just the way that he approaches the guitar. It's more than just playing cool notes.
Yeah.
It's so much more. You read the stories about how he fasted for 10 days to record For the Love of God, which I tried, by the way. It only works for him.
Okay. Sounds dangerous.
It didn't work for me. It didn't make me any more creative. It just made me really cranky.
Sounds like the worst advice.
Yeah, I know, right? But I just find that Vi's balance of technique and passion for the instrument, he makes what he plays sound so interesting and emotional and cool. And there's so many guitar players that maybe can play faster, but they don't have that same level of emotion in their playing, and that's what I really aspire to about Steve Vai. You take Yankee Rose, David Lee Roth, Yankee Rose. How many other guitar players do you know that can just have a conversation between a person and a guitar and have the conversation be totally understandable, even though one is not using words?
Exactly.
He's just having
exactly.
Boop, 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 boop. Like, it's amazing the way that he articulates with the guitar.
Yeah, it is amazing. Totally unrelated, but you're related to Johann Strauss.
Right.
How's that even possible?
My dad's side, the Strauss side,
Wow, the orchestral not orchestral. What do you call it? Like classical composer. That's amazing.
Yeah, we have a lot of musicians. Like everyone on my dad's side of the family is all musicians, all the way back to the Viennese Strausses.
Have you done anything like to honor your family tree, or
like the waltz doesn't really sound good on the guitar. Like I've sort of experimented a bit.
Well.
Did they?
Yeah, they did a really good waltz song.
I have to explore it more.
Yeah.
I have to, because I would like to. And actually, we talked even about using the Blue Danube as like intro music for the tour or something. But it's so on the nose. It's sort of like so obvious.
Yes.
But I want to explore it in some way when I have a little more time.
Like the 5th album of yours.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, way down the line. No, maybe I'll include something on the next album, a little tribute or something.
Awesome. Yeah, that's just a cool trivia
random.
there, right there. It's just like real fun. Okay, I have one last question for a member. His name is.
Of course it is.
Yeah. From I guess it's Houston, Texas. Question for Nita: what words of wisdom can you give to my 6-year-old daughter, who's an aspiring guitarist but not quite big enough yet?
6 or 16-year-old?
6.
6. Okay, that changes everything.
It's a little different advice,
It's a little,
maybe.
yeah. Well, the advice would be a little less fatalistic for a 6-year-old. I mean, really, to a 6-year-old, a 16-year-old, a female guitar player, a male guitar player, anybody, my advice is really the same, and it's going to be difficult. Everybody starts out as a beginner, especially a 6-year-old.
Yes.
You know, and I remember as a young guitar player being frustrated to the point of tears that I couldn't play an open G chord. And, you know, this guy right here. And I remember, you know, I learned from watching DVDs. So I learned from watching John Petrucci, Rock Discipline, Yngwie, Play Loud, Marty Friedman, Melodic Control, Exotic Metal Scales, all that kind of stuff. So I was watching this really advanced stuff, like far too advanced for a beginner.
Right.
And I remember like reading, you know, trying to read the tab, and I was just in tears going, I can't play this G chord. And now it's, of course, it's second nature. You can play a G chord like nothing. But my point of the story is everybody starts out there.
Yeah.
Not one great guitar player ever picked up the guitar for the first time and was great.
Yeah.
And it's really easy, especially in 2019, this age of instant gratification, to go, you know, you play guitar for 2 weeks and you go, I'm not good yet, so you put it down.
Yeah.
And my biggest piece of advice would be to push past that, because no one is born talented at the guitar. Everybody has to work for it. From me to Ola to Vi, everybody had to put the time in and put the work in. So just put that time in and put the work in, and don't get discouraged. 100% there will always be someone better.
Always.
So just enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, enjoy the act of getting better at the guitar, and that's the real reward.
That's a great piece of advice. Thank you so much, Nita. Thank you so much
Thank you so
for
much.
being here in my room.
Thank you for having me.
This is my boy room, and you're here. I'm super happy. Do you want to take out the sword again?
Yeah. How did you? This is a pretty cool.
There you go.
Cool thing.
Since you didn't bring your guitar, you
Exactly.
can have the
We
sword.
got a different kind of axe.
Maybe you can do my Magellan guy.
Impale him.
Yep. Good talk. Oh.